Here we go. So I have an army of skeleton warriors. One of my abilities, I can summon up these spectral mages that will just start melting people. I can also just cast a load of spikes out the ground. What you'll notice on the interface, the bottom left-hand corner, there's that blue globe. That is my resources, so that's my essence.
Okay.
And I can spend that with certain abilities, so every time I summon a spectral mage, that globe starts to empty. And then each time I use my spikes, I can build that back up. So the way you build your character, use different abilities, you kind of ebb and flow with your resources there.
And there's so much customization and different kind of combinations, really.
I'll show people now. So this is just a skill tree, and you can see each of these abilities, each has different runes. So below here, my command skeletons also has the freezing grasp rune applied to it. So the target is frozen. We also have new updates, something like the Kanai's Cube, which gives me certain powers assigned to my class, as well as lots of different passives and primary abilities. So just a huge amount of stuff going on in the game.
And you can really just pick and choose.
To me. Oh, so that's Diablo. Okay. So in this mode, we might come across Diablo a few times. We've got to kill enough of these other kind of evil demons before we get a chance to actually take on Diablo themselves. Yes.
And I've got to say, it just looks really fantastic. Honestly, all this action going on at once, and a stable 60 frames per second.
The team has done a phenomenal job. So actually, this is 60 frames per second on handheld, 720, and 60 frames per second docked there, 960. So you're always getting this really smooth gameplay, no matter all of these crazy effects and abilities we're seeing on screen, all of these characters, everyone's exploding into a sea of snakes and liquid oozing as we go through each of the floors on this rift. There's about 7 or so on this rift, and we are already storming through this.
In fact, I think you guys have run off without me. I need to catch up.
You need to catch up. So on your mini-map in the center of the screen there at the bottom, you're going to see the mini-map. That shows where we are, and then when other players are out of sight, it'll give us a little arrow as to where we need to go.
All right.
Now, Diablo, again, is all about adventuring. Each time we jump back in, it's going to be a little bit different. A lot of procedurally generated levels. The mobs we come across, these different monsters, will have different affixes. And so sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not so easy. We're lucky here, though. We've got extremely geared characters on this demo build. So hopefully even I am going to be able to put on a show.
They're all currently
too quickly.
Level 70 right now, aren't they?
That exceptional work there.
And it's really easy to go and see all of your different abilities just like that, because they're all in the bottom left corner.
Yeah. So all the time you can see where your abilities are triggered and tagged to. And then equally, if you want to change them, in theory, all you would do is just bring up your menu, select what you want to, and then switch them out. Really quick and simple. The UI, again, has really been designed around using a controller to do so.
Oh, I think I'm catching up to you guys now.
If you've only played Diablo before on the PC, nice feature on here is your other analog stick gives you a sweet dodge. So you can do these sweet rolls. Very, very useful for getting out of the fire there as we see that meteorite coming, raining down on us. Or as the floor is about to erupt in lava. And there we go, we defeated yet another boss. You can see on the progress bar there, we're about halfway through the monsters we need to kill before we can take down Diablo at the end. And the timer is about halfway through that. So we've got loads of time.
I've got to say, you're probably carrying me. You're definitely carrying me. These guys are doing pretty well on their own.
So here we're seeing some of the most evil and dangerous enemies here. We've got some unicorns, but their abilities, we've got Mortar, Electric, Teleporter, and Molten. That Molten means they're going to explode. Oh, and a giant teddy bear.
Oh.
Got to be careful of those.
Absolutely adorable, though.
Some of the most evil things you could imagine. Now, for the big Nintendo fans out there, the Eternal Collection on Switch comes with some exclusive Switch goodies.
Oh, really?
So you get a Ganondorf transmog set, so you can roll around as an even eviler person, destroying evil people.
Absolutely terrifying.
Along with also you get a Triforce player icon, so you can kind of stand out from the crowd a little bit with that one. And also a chicken non-combat pet. So
that's a really fantastic collaboration there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get frozen. Nope, the dodge. The dodge.
And you were mentioning before, there are so many different ways to go and play Diablo 3, the Eternal Collection, on Nintendo Switch. So, for example, one player could be playing online, and you could have another one in a local split screen online. There are just so many different ways to go and pair up and play with your friends.
Nah. I didn't even have to do anything. My pets are doing it all. There we go. Good job, Skeleton.
Nicely done.
153 monsters killed there before slowing down. Look at that. We are storming.
We are blitzing through this.
See on that progress bar, we're pretty much ready to go. You know, we've got another couple of floors to get through, but already, here we go. Looks like Diablo's going to say something. Or possibly already has. Here we go.
Guys, are you ready?
Oh, this is why, you see. Urazel there, we've got the ice and flame versions.
Oh, you better watch out.
Gonna move out of the way.
Whoa.
Some fantastic barbarian spinning.
And I've just died again.
Gotta move out of the way of that.
You know, it's actually really easy to go and pick up and play. Playing the different versions of Diablo 3, it just feels so natural on Nintendo Switch.
So here we go, just jump through the portal. We are storming through this already. Okay. Now, other features you can enjoy are the bounty modes, where basically the game will just present certain challenges to you in order to reward you with different loot and progression items.
Okay.
So each time you jump in, you can go and run some different bounties. And then obviously, as we mentioned before, seasons. Seasons run every quarter, and with that, they will mix up how certain abilities work in game, certain creatures you're going to come across. Certain cosmetic rewards are going to be different. So there's always a reason to come back in and experience something new with Diablo.
Definitely worth playing it all year round.
Yeah.
And it's always constantly being updated, isn't it?
Yes.
Always fresh new content.
Here we go. Storming ahead. Okay. Blowing up all these urns. They're priceless artifacts, but we don't care.
We don't care, nah. Property destruction.
Right, just open the door. Uh-oh.
Oh?
What's going on here?
What is?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
We seem to have summoned some sort of blood ritual.
Who could it be?
It's okay, we're fine.
Of course we're fine. We're professionals.
But now, this is the big one himself. This is Diablo. And you can see the timer's about halfway through. So we have stormed through this. We've done an exceptional job. And there's no way we won't win now because we're so good.
Honestly, we've absolutely blitzed through it. But that just shows how great we are.
Gotta be careful. Oh, very close. Gotta watch out for that beam.
Oh.
It's a spooky one. Oh my.
Techie Dan, can we go and turn down the sound just a little bit?
It's quite bassy, but I think we've actually done it. I think we have defeated the Lord of Terror. So here I go. I've got to catch up with everyone else. Look, here we go. 3 wizards and a monk. It sounds like the setup to a joke. I'll let you think of a punchline.
3 wizards and a monk walk into a bar.
Let's see. Just going to work on range there. The Butcher, this first boss, one of the iconic Diablo bosses from many Diablo games. There's a lot of things exploding everywhere. Oh, and here we go.
Ah, Diablo's come to say hello.
Okay, going to summon forth King Leoric again. the Skeleton King. We can take him down. Look at that. Exceptionally done, guys.
Make sure you're using all of your abilities, guys.
You could, or you can just use your Ice Beam.
You know what? You can vary it up.
Look at this. Just
that is an absolutely amazing, amazing attack. It's got some really good range on it too.
Yes. Which you need, because if we get too trapped with too much going on, you might see the lack of armor that we have by default. But like I said, these characters are extremely well geared and leveled. We should be fine.
All level 70.
We should be fine. Because the thing is, the game doesn't stop at 70. Once you get to the top level, you start accruing Paragon levels.
Right.
And those, again, you can start investing even more into your character. So there's just, you never feel like you're kind of done with this game. There's just always so much more to do.
You can always reach higher heights.
Yes. Okay.
Once again, you're absolutely blitzing through it. I think these guys are probably better than me.
I think so, because I'm exactly the same as I was, if not a bit worse.
Ah.
So
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're still doing a great job.
just dodging into a wall, but yes, I am.
You're doing great. Thumbs up to you.
Here we go. Let's start moving up. So again, using that mini-map on the bottom, I can see the rest of my team are up this way, and we're going to keep running up towards the door. Through into this next boss here. 3 Diablos, it's too many.
You can never have enough Diablos.
You can when you're trying to defeat them, definitely.
Yeah, maybe.
So here we can rain some of our own meteors down and make very quick work of the boss there. This is the advantage of the DPS we have here,
right.
With these 3 wizards and then the monk to keep us all alive. No pressure though. So here we can see that teddy bear once again. It's getting ever so close. And there we go. Tyrael's giving us some much needed lore.
It's a really, really in-depth story.
Yes.
How many? I think Diablo's been around for at least 20 years now.
Yeah, yeah, it's it's been around a long time. Look at this. This is exceptional. What, guys? This is. I don't even know if I need to do anything. Oh no, I do actually. I'm going to get frozen. But that's just for my own presence.
Try not to get hit.
Here we go.
Oh, we're getting closer and closer to the end.
Okay, look at those meteorites just rounding. There we go, and then melt them. Good job, guys.
There is some real synergy with this team.
Here we go.
Now, different classes really do benefit other, well, supporting classes as well. So this variety might not be the most effective, but it's still working out because this is such a great, well, team composition here.
I think, again, we've just found at EGX, we've just got some talented gamers.
Oh, of course, of course. They all come flocking.
Look at that. And again, defeated 2 bosses so quickly. So many meteorites raining down. Here we go. We're just going to burn through this last bit, get our way to the Lord of Terror.
right? It's close to the final push. Look at all those meteors just flying down at once.
It is a great button. I do get a lot of satisfaction out of pressing it. That's one of my favorite things about Diablo is the interaction of your abilities on the world and the creatures. You never quite feel as good pressing a single button as you do in Diablo, and you watch the impact of all of your powerful abilities.
Now, are there cooldowns on the abilities themselves, or?
Yeah, so you'll see, for example, my blink currently is just cooling down, so it's got a nice little animated ring around it that now is completed, so I can press it again and jump up front.
So you can't just spam it and just use only that?
Not depending on how you socket them. Again, bringing up our kind of different abilities, we can change the runes attached to them, and that will impact. Sometimes it will increase the cooldown, sometimes it will remove a cooldown. It's all very much built around having a lot of fun. So you can always find something to do.
Always mix and match. It just makes the experience that much better.
Yeah, and certain legendary items you'll get will completely change other abilities. So you may get some cool drops that will then encourage you to try out different builds, different runes, those sorts of things as well. So we're going to see how Diablo does against an infinite number of meteors. And there you go.
Wow. Just completely obliterated, just like that.
Even quicker. What an amazing team. Thank you very much, guys.
想要即时获取免费游戏的消息，只要在专业的 Following 里选择 CFIRST， 并订阅我们的 YouTube 频道，打开铃铛，你就不会错过任何最新资讯啦。